Okay, man. We back, man, with another episode of Facetime podcast, man. Featuring, man, my guy, man, Amarlo, Herrera, man. UGA, man, alumni.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Round pick, 6th-round pick for sure. 2015. Got my guys with me. I got CM Lit with me. I got HYM with me.
Yo.
You know, we just gonna have fun.
FaceTime podcast. What's up?
Man, back with another
show, man. Episode 7, man. Episode 7, man, to be exact, man. So look, man, we know we're gonna crack this shit on up, man. You know, we got no filter on it. You know, we're gonna kick our pimping. So you know, we're gonna get it together. You know, we're gonna start out like basically just showing like the love, your appreciation for coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? Giving you your time. And just want to just like walk the path down to like how you got to where you were going, you know, how we started, where we came from, you know, our friendship, you know, in middle school, how we played ball together. So I just want you to touch on that, like that part right there.
Man, you know, man, really I played football before I got to the fold. So when I moved to football, you know, that was really what grade? Shit, probably like third. So you know, we were playing at Central Park. Then we playing at Central Park. So we went to down there by Central Park. So we played at Central Park. Then you know we had moved to Butler Park and over there by Paradise and all that. Grady Hall. Yeah, and then
for sure. Shout out to the other side.
Yeah, you know, I was always balling. Really couldn't. You know, I was bigger back then, bigger than all y'all, so they made me play O-line.
Big all
yeah. So I playing O-line back then. We went to Then we moved to MLK. So they built MLK, built the John Hope. You know, played there, 12 and under. So it was in Fourth Ward, just balling, playing with the same people. Then, you know, we went to middle school. You still had to play rec back then. So we were playing rec. And then we ended up going, you know, seventh grade, you know, we were super cool in middle school.
Super cool,
Super cool, man. We played, football, basketball together. That's it.
We did. We both together,
We weren't good at Walden. We weren't good.
Nah, we weren't good. We weren't good. Nah. We were still trying to find our footing, you know what I'm saying? And just experiment, like just learning the game. You know what I'm saying? And just growing up, just watching you and just like how much of a dog you was. And you ain't even know like how much a dog you was. Like you was just like high energy. You know what I'm saying? Quick, first one to get the top. Like, man, we're gonna put Marlo on the defensive end and he gonna get every sack. You know what I'm saying? Because I know
they did.
They had you playing in middle school.
Yeah, I thought I was Javon Curse, man. So middle school, you know, we were cool, bro. Glad and to get back to football in the second, but the last night I just remember but the last time I was, bro, we were late to school. We don't walk the boulevard to do something. I don't know what we did. You know, we meet up at the school before we go through the metal detectors. See, I don't know what school they went to, but at Walden, you know, we had metal detectors. We had to go through the metal detectors.
See, you don't know. You don't know we had metal detectors in middle school. Middle school, we had metal detectors.
Middle school, man. We left school, walk the boulevard, walk back to school late, all that type of stuff, man. But really, after I moved, I really ain't know how special I was in Fourth Ward, cause we had so much going on, and we were really fast. Like like I didn't know until I moved to the South Side. But I'm like, I'm good at this.
Outside was kind of slow.
Yeah. And so we was already like we was already getting in a lot of trouble, doing a lot of stuff we ain't supposed to. We were smoking in middle school on the corner after basketball game. So it was crazy. And then, you know, I went to I moved. I actually got kicked out of Walden for getting in trouble. I know y'all boy took all my shoes out my locker. But so once I moved to once I moved Riverdale Road, Grove Street, man, I started balling, and football came a little natural, and they gave me a little bit more leeway out there, so I was able to play tight end more and touch the ball. I played tight end too at Walden, but I ain't really touched the ball like that. Yeah, and so I started playing tight end, wide receiver, because I got a lot faster, and I was bigger, and I had that dog in me that started to come out. And so I started balling in middle school. So 8th grade, I was balling at North Clayton. Then went to high school. Man, it was really I was the only freshman playing 9th grade on the varsity team. So I started out playing DN there too. And then my sophomore year, or the end of my freshman year, I moved back to the city. So I moved back to city, lived in the park of Lakewood. Really wanted to go to Grady, but I didn't want to switch schools again. I didn't want to switch schools again. And so I wasn't even gonna play football at the time. I was like, man, I'm just gonna kick it and chill.
And that's crazy. And like as far as like knowing you moved from this part of town, like what kept you focused? Because you know our environment was so just like you said, we were so fast. Like growing up in Atlanta, like we experienced a lot of things that most kids didn't experience at that age. You know what I'm saying? We in middle school, we doing shit that we don't even supposed to do because we already kids. So I want to know like what kept you grounded, like what kept you focused, because I went this way, went one way.
Yeah, man, I really can't even call it, because when I got out there, I was still doing some of the same stuff, but I just became. We had, so in Fourth Ward, it was, we had Weed Street, Paradise, Grady Home, which just being tore down. We had the whole boulevard. So, I know these places like the back of my hand. And so I moved to the south side. Yeah, I know a little bit on doing some stuff, but I ain't really getting in trouble. I got in some trouble, but I ain't getting in, hard trouble.
Yeah.
And so I was still doing little shit, but I would say the turning point was really my 11th grade year. My best friend died. Yeah. And so he ain't died from no crazy shit. He had a heart attack. Yeah. And that shit kind of put life in perspective. Like, oh shit, this shit could be gone today. Oh shit, I gotta do this for my brother, because he wanted to go to college and play ball. He was in 12th grade. He was about to graduate, and then probably he ain't had no offers like me. But he was gonna get a chance to play football at the next level. And send a nigga who put in so much work and don't get that opportunity because God had other things, for him. And so that shit kind of put life in perspective. And then after that, I just hit the ground running. Like, man, fuck that. I'm finna go all the way.
All the way in. Yeah. So let's talk about the transition to North Plain. Is that where you went? The high school you went to, and that's where you started playing ball at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
it went.
So once you got to North Plain, did they still have you playing? Was you still playing defensive line, or did they move you to linebacker?
Yeah, I was still playing DN. I was playing DN, but shit, out there it was some nigga that were bigger than me because I was younger. So I had dudes that were bigger than me, but I could run. I wasn't running how I was in Fourth Ward. Like when I was in middle school, I got a little faster. Where I'm like, oh shit, well I could really run. And so once I got there, shit, back to my 10th grade year when I said I wasn't gonna play, shit, when I came back, they put me at linebacker. Shit, I ain't playing no linebacker, but I can run. And I want to hit that ball.
But you can run.
I can run and I want to hit that ball. I'm gonna be around that ball. It's something about hitting a nigga and being around that ball that shit just get me lit.
You picked that up young.
Yeah. And so they moved me to linebacker. Shit, I still played some tight end that 10th grade year. And then shit, 11th
Right.
11 and 12, it was just linebacker. I played running back some, but I really didn't. We really didn't do the offense and playing defense there, like with our coaches.
Yeah.
Shit, we had a couple people that did it, but like shit, we had a running back who was highly recruited. Our whole team, them niggas could have went. If them niggas had the grades at the time, them niggas would have went D1. Yeah. So we had
it's so crazy because they said you was a top 10. You was a top 10 linebacker in the United States at North Plain.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Was after.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was
top 10.
Yeah,
man, come on, man. Top 10. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Man. High school, bro. That ain't easy. That's not easy. Like to be that certain kind of dog. Like, but it take mental, it take physical to just like keep doing the shit every time you step out on that field, man. Like that shit. Like I salute that, bro. Really.
But you gotta realize too that come from being around so many different type of people. I lived everywhere, so it's you picking up something from this, picking up from this. Shit, when you go to these new areas and the new communities or whatever, you still got to be that dog and you still got to be yourself. And so, shit,
no matter where you at.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be me, and shit. By being me, I was him for real. And so I took that dog everywhere, and shit. I'm humble about it, but I was a dog, and I just wanted everything on that field for real.
Yeah. See, that's the mentality that he's got to have these days, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to make it and you want to, be better, like, you got to have that mentality. Like, some people not born with that dog, and you know what I'm saying? And some people not born with that dog in them. So,
but hold on. You remember what we used to do before school, though? In middle school, what we used to do? Man, I don't even know if he ever told y'all, boy. We was out there playing football every morning on concrete.
Every morning.
Before we walked through the metal detector, every morning we out there playing football every morning, full team football. We touching, but on the sideline, it's sideline bus.
You doing this before it's time to go to class.
Man, we did that every morning at Walden. Football on the concrete. It's a fence that we walk through. We'll be out there playing football probably about an hour every morning, going to class sweating.
It was so crazy. It was so crazy because back then when we played, we felt like hood superstar. Like you was the shit if you played football like in school and lived in the hood. Our school was still in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We walking to school. You know what I'm saying? Like every day. So like to be able to play sports for your school, bro, that shit was like big. Too big for it. Yeah.
That shit was huge, man. That shit played a role in that dog for real.
Yeah, it do play a role in it for sure. So you get to North Plain, they play you become top 10 linebacker in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Then you start getting offers. Tell me about the offers you start getting.
Man, shit everywhere. That shit was crazy. Bro, I'm one of the humblest niggas you'll meet, and I'm one of the niggas who ain't gonna shoot no bullshit. So when they were coming, I was just like, all right, cool. Like, literally, they was at my school every day, get me out of class. Now, that shit helped me get out of class. That shit helped me get the grades for sure. And then, my coach had to tell me one day, I had my first one was Toledo. And then I had
Toledo,
I had a few, I don't even know what I had after that, but Toledo came, everybody was coming. So around this time, I don't even know if they still do it, but they had a shit called Junior Day. All the top juniors in the country, they'll go to college, and then they'll do the little tour, all that. So everybody coming. So Georgia, Kentucky, Alabama, Florida State. Everybody was at my school. Shit was so crazy. When Georgia came, I got my Georgia shit right now. When Georgia came, shit, I ain't even top of the board out. I ain't know nothing about Georgia, man. We close to Georgia Tech, so all I knew little about Georgia Tech, seeing it being around. So
Right.
I didn't know
Right.
shit. There was a school up the road, UGA Athens. I ain't watched college football. So shit, my coach had to tell me, boy, Amarlo, did the first time I've been coaching a long time. I had everybody at the school. I ain't never had Georgia come recruit my player before. Shit, but Amarlo, you can't do what you normally do. Like shit, you gotta act like you interested, boy. This a big moment. And so I went in there, bro, head coach Mark Rick, bro. My school, niggas who older than me who played football, them niggas going crazy for Mark Rick. I'm like, bro, I don't like I'm so green to it because
first time seeing Mark Rick was like,
it wasn't like that. It was like shit, but who it is? So
you ain't know you like, man.
Back then, for sure,
back then, by hindsight, but I'm like, boy, that's a crazy moment. Cause other people were going crazy for him, but I ain't know who he was, and I ain't know the magnitude it was. And I was scared to fly. I was scared to fly at the time, so shit, people wanted me to come fly to their school, do all this type of shit, but I ain't never been on no plane back then, so I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. The car can't go.
Nah, for real.
and how these funds set up, shit, we ain't going nowhere far unless y'all giving us the bread. And so I had some great ass coaches in high school that actually took me to the junior day. So at the same, so I go down there, man. I didn't have the offer yet. So when I get down there, they started talking to everybody. Then you see all the other recruits, man. I get there, man. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different world down in Athens when I get there. So it's something that I ain't never seen before. So I've been around the city. I've seen the city, but you go somewhere, a big institution. You got indoor facility. You got training room. You got study hall building. You got basketball coliseum. You got dining room over here, dorms over here. Dorms over there, new dorms. So that shit, boy, this shit. Do what this about. And so I ended up being one of the first people that Mark Rick called to the office. So he called me, he talked to me, slid the offer letter on the table, slid it across the table to me. On real mafia player shit. He slid it across the table.
Yeah.
Like him. I want to offer you to the University of Georgia. Shit, my coach like, boy. Shit, do we gotta say what he gonna do today? He like, nah, you ain't gotta say what you're gonna do today, but this is my offer to you. And so shit, after that, I had built a relationship with some of the other dudes who were getting recruited, who I played against. I'm like, shit, bro, I'm coming here.
Yeah.
And so shit, they end up telling the, all the recruiting sites that I'm gonna come to Georgia or whatever. But I was still getting the offers from everywhere. But I committed to Georgia, and I ain't turned back. I ain't turned against them. I ain't go nowhere else. I ain't take I would, going back on it, I would go on that visit and have that fun and try to get some funds. But that was the best decision I ever made because I've been locked in with them, and it showed my loyalty off the bat.
Yeah, that I know that was amazing right there, though, brother. To just have Georgia come give you an offer letter, man, coming from where we come from. I know that was like mind blowing. Like, man, look at this shit, man. Like, I know if I was in your shoe, my head would have been like this, like, man, what?
Right.
Oh, man.
Right. So look, Marlo,
I knew that was great feeling.
Check it out, Marlo. So look, like I coached like 6U football for like this team called PTD Legends or whatever. They just 6 years old, but I know some of my boys, they might have dreams and aspirations of taking the same path you took. So you know what I'm saying. You just let us know how it was when you got your offer to the University of Georgia. Take us to 2015 draft day. Like tell us about how it was when you with draft day or whatever.
Man, it was a good moment, but I supposed to got drafted and where I went ain't what it was. Cause I was
Right, you went 207th overall in the 6th round.
Yeah, you look at my numbers and compare to any other linebacker. But I supposed to have been a day 2, day 3. And so leading up to that moment, shit, I'm getting the calls. So I didn't run good at the combine. I ain't run good. I was super heavy. So
you feel like that's what hurt you?
Yeah, I get to that. But who I was working out with, they wanted us to be bigger. And so sometimes when you get bigger, you know, you lose your speed. And so I was heavier than I played at the past 2 years. Cause I went crazy my last 2 years. But
what you were 260? They had you listed 260.
And I don't know if I was 260, but I was like 250. 260 is probably the highest I've ever been. And yeah, 260 is probably the highest I've ever been. And that was like during the season. I ain't never been that off season. But I was getting calls from the Dolphins every day. So the first night, I know I ain't going first round because first round, you know, you'll know if you're going there or not. So I was getting a call from the Dolphins the second day. So they had, I think, 4th and 5th round picks, or maybe 3rd and 4th. It was something like that. But it was something higher than I went. They were calling, like, hey, we're going to take you one of these picks that we got. We got X amount of picks in the 4th round. We got X amount of picks in the 3rd round. So I'm like, all right, bet. That sounds good. I'll be in Miami. Okay, cool. And so them rounds go away. So that's, I think that day 1, day 2. I think it's 3 days. So that's day 2. So nothing don't happen day 2. And then it's early day 3. And nothing don't happen. I'm like, God damn, these folks just told me.
Where you at when you getting these calls? Where you at when you getting these calls? You at home? Like, where you at?
Nah, so the first time I get the call, I'm at the hotel. So I'm put up in the hotel for a couple of days just to, you know, get my space and be away from everybody. So the first couple of days, I'm at the hotel, shit, and then I had an event at the bowling alley during the 3rd day. And so, shit, I don't get the call. Boom, 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 at the bowling alley. I got all my people there. We just waiting.
Yeah.
And so they get done with their draft. So the Dolphins call me. They say, shit, if nobody draft you, we want you to come as a preferred free agent. So preferred free agent, that means you was good enough to draft, but we're not gonna spend a pick on you. We'll give you a signing bonus and all that, but you ain't gonna have, you ain't gonna have that security of a big signing bonus or whatever. I'm like, boy, yeah, boy, I know I'm getting drafted somewhere in the motherfucker.
Right.
And so,
for sure.
And so I'm still waiting on a call or whatever. So I just leave. I'm in the bowling alley. So all the homies, I salute to all my homies. But some shit, I done put up better stats than a lot of them that done got drafted already. So I'm like, man, what the hell going on? And so, at that point, it's really your livelihood on the line for real, because you put in so much work to get to a certain point where you at, and you trying to ultimately get the financial stability. Yeah, transition, but fuck that. You trying to get the financial stability and the financial
bag. You gotta secure that bag.
Yeah. And so while I'm there, man, I just go jump in the car. I just go slide to the gas station, go get me a black. I'm like, man, I got smoke. I don't even smoke blacks like that. I'm finna go get me a black, man. These folks don't stress me out. So I pull back up. Right when I pull up, my assistant, my agency, he walked out to the car. We chopping it up. Shit, at that time, I get that call. Boom. So shit, he like, shit, Amarlo, you want to come be a coach? Shit, you ready to play special teams? I'm like, but hell yeah.
Special team. Cool.
Yeah, shit, 6th round, you gotta play. You gotta be valuable at something. And so he like, shit, you ready to come play special teams? Shit, that's the easy way to get on that roster. You gotta play special teams. I'm with it. I played special teams, shit, at Georgia. Not in my later years, I did kickoff. That's it. But before then, I did everything. And so
but that's I ain't mean to cut you off, but that's what I loved about you, bro. You did everything. Like
Yeah.
You play tight end, you play defensive end, you play middle linebacker, you play wherever the coach wants you to be at. Amarlo was there. I think that's what kind of like separated you from other players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the way up to your pro day.
Man, secure. Yeah. They had to see that in your scout report. They had to see on your film. They had to know that you were one of them dudes to, hey man. If they don't draft you, man, we got a spot for you, man.
Man, yeah, because if you hold on, if you ever watch any of our games in the championships or whatever, I'm on special team making plays and I'm starting at linebacker.
That's gonna stick out to any. That's gonna stick out to any coach.
Yeah, but I get that call, boom. I tell them, yeah, what's your number? Shit, by that time, they showing it on the TV. Shit, my whole family just run out there to the car, man. That shit was one of them special moments. That
one of the moments.
Shit, you had the people who been with
everybody
you.
crying, everybody like, oh, we rich. We finna got them.
We made it.
Jeffersons.
We made it.
No, I don't think that was the
nigga we made.
Yeah, my people weren't like that, but nigga, they were happy.
I know your dad was for real, cause like I know he pushed you like your dad was there for sure.
Yeah, but shit, my dad went around after we left middle school and shit like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Man. But that once my people broke up, but that nigga was. If you know that nigga was there when I was young, shit during them times he was there.
Yeah.
But shit, everybody. Yeah, that nigga did push me to get to where I was at.
He did. I did see him involved like early on. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
because you know a lot of people they have their dad knows a little bit more mamas than dad. You know what I'm saying? So back then your situation kind of stood out a little bit because you did have your father with you like right there at that time.
Yeah, so it's probably just a few of us, like me and Day, I'm probably a few.
Yeah, just a few of us.
All right. This ain't no therapy session, guys. This no therapy session. Hey, look, Marlo. All right, so boom, right? You with Ricky now. You on the Colts roster. All right, so like, did you have any like welcome to the NFL, Ricky moments? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you get hazed, anything like that once you got to the NFL? Like, fresh meat in the locker room type deal? Like, how they treated you in the locker room once you came in as a rookie?
Nah, you solid. Hey, if you solid, you solid. Yeah, like it's gonna be little shit that you gotta do. Like I ain't holding no nigga pass. I ain't do nothing crazy. The only thing we did have to do was, buy the dinner when we went out. And it was,
so that's true. True. The rookie pay for everybody, the team dinner or the defensive line dinner.
This shit seems like it might be a $2,000
sure. $3,000 and they ordered the best Sean done, all that like
champagne.
Yeah, you have solid dudes though. They're gonna look out. They're gonna make sure you pay for it, but they ain't gonna go crazy. Like we went out. So my group was the D line, the linebackers, and then a few of the old head DB came. So the only thing we had to do for sure, we had to buy everybody in our room, the old heads, the real vets. We had to buy them boy Louis XIII. So that was, that's a couple bands for a bottle.
Damn.
So we had, it was me and then another linebacker. So we bought two of the vets. We bought one apiece, boom. And then our D line, they got drafted higher than us. And they was balling too. So they had to buy, they D line and outside linebackers. Yeah, so they probably had to buy like 4 bottles total, maybe 5. So it was a couple thousand, and then we had to pay to drink the bottles. So when you go to high scale restaurants, shit, they pay you if you bring your own bottles, they're gonna charge you to open those bottles and drink those bottles in their facilities. So we had.
I never heard of that.
Talk that talk.
I never heard bringing your own bottle to a high scale, like a top scale where they charging you to pop a bottle in they shit.
You gotta pay.
I ain't never heard of that.
Bottle, you got to pay.
I never heard that.
But they
never heard it.
That's that different kind of
I
talk.
just bring my
Talk
bottle when I got to their shit. That's
that level.
Shit. Talk.
Yeah. But it was like,
this is the bottle we had in the limo.
Yeah. $400 a shot. Shit, it was probably like 12 of us. So that, and then shit, you know, we ate.
$400 a shot.
Yeah, we ate. Niggas didn't go crazy though. So
that's a car note.
Smooth.
Nigga swallowing a nigga car note, bro.
It more than the car note. Them
my car note. Hey, you talking about?
you talking about the shot? Yeah, the shot.
You got some bullshit. Hey, you talking about?
You got kind of the alcohol at that point, like
damn.
Shit.
Yeah, but other than that, bro, my vets, bro, them niggas treated me good, bro. Them niggas gave me, they'll get care packages. Nigga don't want it, nigga. Here you go, young boy. Here you go, young boy. So them niggas, they looked out for me. And then shit, you know, you in there with them. And so them niggas in the league 10, 8, 6. So them niggas went on no bullshit. A lot of them niggas real OG, man. So I had to, you know, that's it. That's really it.
So 2015, Peyton Manning was in the locker room, right?
Nah. It was Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck had just came.
It was Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew Luck.
Just came for Stanford.
What Andrew Luck was like?
They were tearing his ass up though. He ain't last that long. He ain't last that long.
He was like on the 3rd or 4th year when I got there. Andrew Luck was cool dude. He's solid. He's solid. When I first got there, you know, I ain't gonna talk to nobody first. I'm gonna just be in my zone. Especially back then, I was a wild boy.
Yeah.
So when I walk in, I come from practice or whatever. Or I'm going out, one or the other. But he was like, "Shit, how you doing? Amarlo, right? Andrew, nice to meet you." But that's the most humbling thing that somebody of his caliber can do.
Right.
Stop. Introduce themselves, but not only introduce themselves, know who I am.
Right.
Know who I am. And shit.
That real team camaraderie.
Yeah, he's a solid dude. If he wasn't in the training room, that boy be watching film. So we eating home still watching film.
Andrew Luck, man, you can tell he was solid because a lot of people didn't even want him to retire when she did. Most of the world was like, man.
Hey, I want to touch on something right quick. So like being at Georgia, I know y'all had to watch a lot of film and know the plays and know what kind of packages to be in or what to be at on the football field and stuff like that. So I want to know, like, how different was the film once you got to the pros? Is it the same process? Like, or was it different?
Nah, for me, my process was always the same. So I wanted to know everything. So in order to play and be dominant, you gotta know everything that's going on. So I gotta be able to think. All right, he lined up like this. That means he gonna do this. This formation means this. Shit, I gotta check to this. So shit, your mind always going, and you gotta know what you're doing because at this point, shit, nigga, your job on the line. And you want to live a certain lifestyle, and you want to ball. So I gotta know what's going on in these plays. I gotta know what everybody else doing in order to put myself in a better position. Because at this point, shit, at Georgia, I skipped class and watch film. That's how I prepared myself, and that's how I was able to, you know, do everything I did. Because you gotta know what they're doing.
Right.
But in the league, but it's like, all right, this little stuff mean this, but it ain't like nobody holding your hand to watch film now. It's like, shit, you get off work. This shit work. You get off work at 1 o'clock some day, 12 o'clock. So what you gonna do with the rest of your day? Shit is free. You got money. You got everything in your hand. And so, shit, it just, all right, shit, I'm gonna watch this film real quick. I'm gonna look over these plays, see what I fucked up on. So my process was always the same because I wanted to play. When
you hungry, you gonna break down. You gonna watch that film. You you're gonna take those long nights. You're gonna do that for sure when you goddamn gotta survive off of it. You right about that though, for sure. I ain't even think about it like that. That's how you eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna soak everything I can soak up. Yeah, like for sure.
And
I got one question, man, for you, man. Like, do you feel like you got a fair shot?
Nah.
No,
I didn't. I would say, shit. My first year, it was cool because it wasn't cool, but I had niggas who could play in front of me, and so shit, I was able to get a chance, and I did play some games. But after that, shit, we got new coaches, and the person I was then is different than I am now because you gotta learn a lot of stuff, and you gotta see, all right, you can't do certain shit because people take certain stuff certain ways, and it look like you don't care.
Like what?
I ain't talk to them. So I ain't talk to coaches. I ain't try to make conversation with them. Right. So when they came in, shit, I just want to do my job and go home and make my money. That's all I cared about. Shit, right. Doing my job, playing football, and making my money. That's the, bro. All that other shit, bro. I don't want to be cool. I don't want to talk to y'all after this. Cause when they came in, so new coaches came in. Shit, they put me at the bottom of the depth chart. So people who wasn't in my position was in front of me, shit. And I know it's a problem when somebody who in that position who in front of me saying, bro, why I'm in front of you? I don't even play this position, bro. That don't make sense. And then shit, we had player personnel, shit, nigga like, boy, Amarlo, boy, you better than all them. And it's shit. And then shit, it's even worse when I had the OG Frank Gore coming to me like, boy, Amarlo, you need to be playing. And so it fucked with you. It fucked with you and it put you in like, bro, like, fuck these niggas, bro. Like, it put you in that type of mood. And if they see that type of mood, shit, these niggas control your livelihood at the end of the day. And so you can't walk around that. You can't walk around with that fuck you attitude. And so that was my biggest downfall with them. And I wanted to be somewhere different. With them. Yeah, and so once I got my other chances at other places, shit, I was able to put it out there on film. But the only thing is, shit, there's only certain many spots on the team, so shit, you gotta have enough time. And so, shit, I left there. I went to Tennessee. Shit, I was balling in Tennessee, but I got there so late at the end of the preseason, and so it's like, shit, boy, when I got to Tennessee. Shit, I got cut from the coach like a day before the coach preseason game. But that shit unheard of. That it don't happen like that. And so I'm like, what the fuck? And so at the time, shit, we practicing. Shit, I'm making plays. I'm just there though. Like, I ain't talking. I know my shit. You ask me a question, I know what's going on. And so shit, after practice, shit, they called me. Shit, once they call you, you know you're gonna get cut. So I had already asked to be cut. I had told my agent, I'm like, bro, get me out of here, bro. Like, they get it done. But they didn't do it. And so I ended up, shit, they called my agent and said, shit, we gonna cut him. They called me, all right, we gonna cut him, we gonna cut you. Boom, boom. So I called my agent, he like, shit, Marlo, that can't be right. They just talked to me yesterday and said you were doing good. So it's just like, all right, cool. It's something bigger than that. So I ended up getting picked up right away to Tennessee. I go to Tennessee like on a Friday. We have a game on Saturday. I go to Tennessee, boom, sit in the office, special teams. Again, I'm starting on special teams my first day. I go play special teams and start on special teams. My first preseason game in Tennessee. In Oakland. I'm starting, probably not Oakland, I don't know where we were. But I'm starting, and I just got there, and I'm like, all right, cool. So they put me in, I'm learning. All right, cool. But I don't get the film in because it's so stacked in the line. They have so many linebackers already. Them nigga been there all summer. And they got to get them boys a fair shot before they could just bring me in and give me a linebacker spot. And so I get there, boom, ball on special teams. I ended up I ended up getting cut from there. They like, boy, Marlo, you gonna get picked up somewhere. Like, we just had to do it because it's a number thing at this point. It ain't like it is now where they hold everybody into the end of the preseason. If they held me to the end of the preseason and I got to play in that last preseason game, it's a whole different story. But after the second preseason game back then, shit, they had to get down from 90 to 70 or something like that. And I'm the last man in. Boom. And so after that, I ended up getting picked up a week later to the Washington Redskins. So my college coach was at the Redskins, and then my defensive coordinator from the Colts, he was at the Redskins. So it was like a perfect situation.
All right, so look, I heard you mention like you weren't really talking to the coaches and stuff like that. So, you know, like I said before, like I mentioned before, like I coach 6U or whatever. So, you know, like any point in your life or at any point in your career, like who was your most influential coach or teammate?
Man, shit, all my coaches at North Clay. And shit, yeah, coach for North Clay. Shit, my coaches at MLK and Butler Park, Coach Murphy and Coach Monte, them niggas just instilled something to you because you had back then, shit, we made that nigga made everything happen with nothing. So that nigga Coach Murphy he was going to pick me up from shit where I stayed at. I forgot the street that I stayed on. He come pick me up from where I stayed at off Edgewood.
You having to do that sometime though as a coach.
Yeah.
So shout out to the coaches, man. They come pick you up, man. Because sometimes we ain't got no whip. I know I ain't had no whip when I was in. Hey, man, appreciate the coaches, man.
Man had a van. He going on Wheat Street, picking up niggas on Wheat Street.
He going to Wheat Street.
Man, he going to Paradise. Grady home. He going to pick us up. Capitol home. He was going to Capitol home, picking up
kid.
Man, that nigga there, he made it happen.
Right.
And then my high school coach, bro, them niggas took me on. Them niggas really got me playing football and put that drive in me too. Cause they were gonna cut me when I decided not to play. And then I came back out like everything was cool. Like, nigga, they done put in their work all summer. You think you gonna come out here and play? They're about to cut me. But one of them was like, bro, nah, you can't do that. Like, we need him. We gonna need him to win. And shit, that Coach Mitchell right there, he took me on my first visit to Georgia. He took me on a lot of visits, bro. Just had them conversations with him in the car. Shit, I remember talking to him on the night before my first college game at Georgia. We played Boise State in the Georgia Dome. At home, I was fucked up because I had got hurt in camp. I hurt my shoulder. So my freshman year, I didn't do no camp. I did like 1 day of camp. I wasn't on no special team, no nothing. I got there. We got there. We did walkthrough. I'm with the twos, and they ain't do no count. That's crazy. And so he called me that night just to check on me. I say, shit, yeah, I ain't gonna play. Woot, 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 woot. He say, shit, Marlo, but you never know when your opportunity is gonna come. Just make sure you prepared. Shit, boy. I was like, all right, cool. I looked through them plays. I ain't no shit. I ain't practice. I looked through them plays. Second drive, bro. Nigga, Alec Oatree went first round. He broke his foot. He say, Marlo, boy, you gotta play. He told me this. He told me this on the sideline. He say, Marlo, boy, you gotta go play. You about to get in. Shit, you talking to a nigga who ain't. I barely prepared, but I looked over that night and I knew some shit. So I would say, bro, that moment there, like, that's why I studied so much after that and watched film how I did, because you don't never know when that opportunity could be.
Right.
That nigga there, he was
prepared.
Yeah, he was one of the most influential coaches on my life. And then shit, teammate-wise, bro. Shit, I say that boy. Shit, Ty Gurley, D1, Malcolm Mitchell.
Really?
Hey, Sam, man. What's up, Georgia, man?
I want to talk to you right there. Like, how your relationship was with Todd, man.
Shit, my relationship good. My relationship still good, bro. I just talked to bro. I'm texting bro right now. But man, You just
he testing, bro, right now.
That is, yeah.
Hey, tell him FaceTime podcast. Man. Hey, man.
I see y'all close. I see
tell
y'all
him FaceTime podcast. Said what's happening, man. That boy girl, man.
Podcast.
Yeah, I said that, bro. But sometimes you meet people, bro. Like you meet people, shit. Meet people, you see people, and then you're like, shit, bro, I don't like me, but he from somewhere else. And then you just start hanging out. Like in college, it's a mixture of everybody from everywhere. And you so blended that you gonna connect with people who just like you, who grind like you, who come from a similar background, especially if they solid. Home, one of the richest nigga I know in the world. Home, he's solid. He been that way since I met him.
He started getting some of that money. He got a shot to Tiger. He wanted to running backs who get some of that money when the ball was getting paid. It'll start paying them more, man. You gotta start paying the running backs again.
For sure. And so what? Shit, just in here grind. And shit, we doing the same thing. We going out. Shit, we gonna come in on Sunday. We gonna get it up out of us. We gonna go work hard. In the game, we gonna go crazy. So you start meeting people like that, and then the boy D Swan, shit, you know, he from Atlanta, so you gonna shit. He went to the school I supposed to went to, and so you start connecting, and then you start seeing how they grind and what work they put in, and it's just like, boy, like okay, cool, like that's just what it is. You're gonna be like, all right, I fuck with them heavy.
Right. So
for sure.
I got
So kind of tell us about like when at the point in time when you kind of knew it was like, okay, this shit pretty much washed up, like default, like when you knew your time in the pros was like coming to an end, like.
Man, it was when, so man, I ain't gonna lie, I get back from the Redskins. When I get back from the Redskins, I go home, and then I still had my spot in Indy. Man, and when I wake up one day, I'm like, bro, I'm finna go move all my stuff out the apartment. Moved all my stuff. I moved back to Athens to go back to school. And bro, I went back to school during the football season. So it was like, probably like week. Shit, this like November, October. So it's like middle of October. Shit, you got November, December, and January. So I'm like, shit, bro, this shit might be over with. And so shit, I moved back. I go live in Athens and live my best life. And so shit, we had at UGA, we had a Florida game down in Florida. And bro, it's like a hell of a time. And shit, it was gonna be my first time experiencing it. But shit, I have a tryout with KC on that Monday.
Kansas City.
Man, what? Man, I go down there and have the time of my life.
Got too fucked up.
Man, I go, it was, I might be mistaken. I might be mistalking. We might have a game in Georgia. I go down to Athens. I go down to Athens. And bro, I have a time of my life. I go back to the A.
One of them Project X nights.
Man, what? Man, I go back to the A, go home. I catch a flight to KC. So this on Friday and Saturday, I'm in Athens, turning up. But you think you still can do it? I ain't been putting in no work.
No, bro, don't tell me that, bro. You fumbled the tryout, bro?
No, I ain't fumbled it. It just the margin. Yeah, the margin is slim. So you think your ability is gonna take over? Because I mean, that's what I do all the time.
Right.
Nothing I ain't been doing, but it was somebody who was better prepared. So it's a try. It's a group of niggas. You don't never know how many they gonna take.
They're like going to a group interview.
For sure.
And so just sit back and like thinking about the whole situation. Like, where do you feel like you fell short at? Like, what do you feel like you could have did better?
Yeah, exactly. What you feel like? Yeah.
Man, the trial is the only thing that I could have did better.
Yeah.
Other than that, bro, I got the film. It's out there. I did what I was supposed to do. I know the game. So the only thing I can say was the tryout. But no, that's hit or miss because you don't never know who they're gonna take. Right. It could have been anything because it was a DB who they moved a linebacker to do these drills. Shit, of course a DB gonna look better than me in the drills.
Exactly, right.
Right. It's smart. So, yeah. They want to see anyway.
I mean, that's how the game played now. That what the game would change it to. It's smaller, faster dudes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was the only thing. Like other than that, shit, I ain't fall short nowhere. I did everything that I wanted to do.
So how you feel like the game didn't change since to now since when you played? Like what you think that changed about the game? Like as far as like niggas getting to the next level, and you know what I'm saying? Like what you feel like that changed? Like making that transition from college to the pros, like you said, tryouts, stuff like that. Like you said, the combine and all that. What you feel that changed?
Some of them ain't as polished as we were. Mm-hmm. So you getting a lot of niggas who school hopping, who going here, they getting the bag now. And that's gonna change the game because it's more competitive on the college level. It's more harder for the high school kids to get in because I could just reach and grab somebody from over here, pay him a couple mil, and then shit, this spot taken up. So no high schoolers can get this spot. You got to figure out another route to get in college. Right. So that's the biggest thing to me is them boys getting that bad. It's a lot faster. I don't think they as good or as hungry as a whole collectively as we were because shit, you couldn't leave and go nowhere else. You had to leave. Yeah, if you left somewhere, shit, you had to sit down for a year. Now, shit, I could leave and go to another school every year.
They just transfer wherever they want to go now.
That transport portal, I think that transport portal, boy.
Shout out to all the pioneers, man. All the pioneers who made it happen for them boys, man. Shout out to everybody who had to go through that, you know. You was a pioneer. Well, you was a pioneer. You could tell them boys, like, hey, man, what I was doing, you couldn't do that.
Yeah. Nah, bro, you couldn't do it, bro. I thought about doing it at one point, but shit, the boy D Swan goddamn told me the realest shit somebody ever told me, boy. I was about to leave Georgia. Shit, I called behind Alec Ogletree, nigga who we know going first round.
He said, he going first round.
Yeah, some people just went first round. That shit, I'm not gonna beat him out, no matter how good I am.
For sure. No matter what.
Yeah. So so since you didn't play the game at the highest level it could be played at, and you didn't pretty much reach the pinnacle of anywhere anybody aspiring to play football could reach. So like what you doing now these days, like right now with to stay connected to the game of football, like is you involved in the community, like what you doing, like how you staying connected to the game of football?
Man, I'm a watcher. Man, I'm down in Athens. I'm watching every game that's on TV. And I was coaching for a little minute, but I was coaching at the Clay, but that's a lot of time.
I heard it's a real job.
Yeah, and so I ain't back into it yet. I may get back into it later on, but right now, bro, I just be watching, bro. I like to watch. I like to watch, and I like to bet on it. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, so looking back, what advice would you give your younger self before stepping onto a college or NFL field?
Man, I don't know. I wouldn't tell myself nothing. I let it play out how I wanted to play it. I wanted to play out just how I did, because that made me experience what I experienced. I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking to avoid anything. I just took everything how it came, and then it made me learn more and notice more about myself and notice more about everything around me. So I wouldn't tell myself nothing to try to help me avoid what I avoided, because
Right.
Shit, I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hey, what do you miss the most and the least about playing football?
Shit, what we talking? NFL, college, what?
Shit, why not? You pick your favorite. What you miss? When you were your love was like, you know what I mean? When you were like,
man, I would say the biggest thing that I miss is college, bro. Is that atmosphere? It's a different type of atmosphere. If you haven't experienced it as a collegiate player, then you don't know how it is, bro. It's the biggest high that you will ever get in your life. It's 100,000 people who watching you. You're on that field, and you just send out that attention, and it's you going to put on a show, and that's what I meant, being able to put on that show on that field. Yeah. That's the biggest thing that I miss.
Yeah. Hey man, I just want to say, man, again, man. You know, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, man, for just doing what you did, man. Like, and just like being a part of your growth, and just seeing how far you took it, man, and just seeing like where we come from, how small and part of the city we were from, and like how you blossom into the person that you is today, man. Like, I just want to give you a flower. You know, a lot of niggas that we grew up, you know, a lot of niggas ain't gonna say, "Boy, goddamn, boy, hey man, you did your thing." You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
man, I'm here to say that and give you flowers, man, for sure.
For sure.
This part of the Facetime podcast where we do quiz questions, like 4 quiz questions. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rattle your brain a little bit, you know, and then we're gonna go on and sign on off. But we crank it up like this. I'm gonna just start off like this. So everybody, you know, get your brain together, get your thinking cap on right quick. You know what I'm saying? It's a college football question. What is the name of UGA's rivalry game against Florida? What is the name?
The large cocktail party.
Huh?
Yeah, the large cocktail party.
Okay. For sure. You got them up right off the bat. Don't count.
I don't need no selections.
I don't need no line up. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. How many national championships have UGA won? 1,
3.
2, 3, or 4?
3.
You said 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. What year they won the last one?
Man, what that was? 2023 or 2022? One on.
Yeah, one on. Right, you're right though.
So 2023, 2022, 1987.
Yeah.
We back to back for sure. Yeah.
Who is considered the greatest WWE wrestler of all time?
Triple H.
Man.
Triple H.
Man, look, man.
The greatest WWE wrestler of all time.
Man.
Amarlo Herrera.
Man.
Oh shit, bro. What was up with that shit?
Man, that was a great experience. I'm gonna say I don't know who considered the greatest, but shit, I love a lot of them niggas, but he trying to refer to when I tried out.
Hey, bro, what was your name gonna be?
What was your name would have been? I gotta know that too.
Man, I don't know. At that time, man, I ain't had no name, I ain't had no persona, none of that. I just love wrestling. And it was an opportunity that presented itself because he said we all did, I still do. It was an opportunity that presented itself, but them boys sent me front row seats. It was just like a recruiting visit for college. For real.
Yeah.
And they say come visit my performance center. So you go down there, the performance center just like something that's in football.
This you interviewing for WWE, WWF.
Okay,
pipe it then.
Yeah, it was a great experience. They say shit. I ain't had nothing going on with football at the time.
Yeah.
They said, come, let us know when you're ready to take a visit.
Right. Yeah.
Shit, spring had just hit. It was around this time. I called him. I said, shit, I think I want to take that visit. They say we got a special tryout coming up for athletes. This gonna be a private tryout.
Right.
And I ain't never did that shit. I wanted to go visit first to see how it is. Say go try out. That shit.
That's a big interview though, man. You can't tell that. That's a big interview.
Big interview. One of the hardest things. One of the hardest things I ever did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what is one's misconception of people have about playing in the NFL?
Man, probably that is fair. I mean, nothing in life fair, so everybody should think that. But they probably a lot of people may think just because you so elite in college that you'll have a shot in the NFL.
Yeah.
But that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions that, you probably don't get your fair shot, but ain't nothing fair in life once you start to sit back and think about it. Shit, I was just so privileged in college that all the fairness for me, shit, you don't see what other people go through and some of the bullshit they have to go through. So once the bullshit got put on me, I was like, oh shit, this shit a little different.
Yeah.
So look, let me ask you this: like, what's the hardest hit you ever laid on a player, or like, what's the hardest hit you ever took?
Man,
have you ever have you ever injured somebody? Have you ever hit somebody so hard they had to goddamn go to the sideline? Like, what's the hardest hit you ever like hit stick the nigga? Like, my bad.
Yeah.
Like, what's the hard like?
Yeah, it been a few times, bro. I say my hardest though was in high school. So my hardest was in high school. My first game back. So I told y'all, boy, I didn't play and I wasn't gonna play. I got put back on the team. I played JV 9th grade, and then shit the next week they were like, all right, shit, we got to move you back to varsity now. Man, shit, I got to that game, I was lit. I was on the bullshit because they put me on JV, and in 10th grade, I know I'm him. Man, shit, Nick came across the middle, flatline the boy. That boy throwing up on the field.
Throwing
up. Yeah, big hitter. Big hitter.
You hit him high, you hit him low.
Nah, I hit him in the shit. In the chest.
Gave to him.
Hey, so that being said, who was the toughest player you ever had to go up against? And what made them so difficult to guard?
Man, shit, it been a few of them. It been a few, I say. Man, it pretty much been linemen, though. It was linemen from South Carolina who were hard. And then, shit, just being able to guard, shit, I had to check wide receivers though sometimes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I heard like in the pros, the linebackers have to check the wide receivers. Like,
I got to spread you out.
Yeah, that's I
got to spread you out.
Yeah, that's in college too. But I say, shit, my sophomore year at Georgia, it was my sophomore, my freshman. It was probably my freshman year at Florida. I had to check Rainey and Demps. So I can give you a lineup, bro. I had Rainey, Demps. Shit, I had to check Jarvis Landry before. Man, Jarvis Landry. Shit, Sammy Watkins. He was hard, but I almost picked on Sammy.
You almost picked on Sammy.
Yeah, Ty Boyd threw the ball right to me, and I dropped it. I played the play so good, cause I watched film.
Yeah.
Shit, Sammy Watkins, he on the inside, 3 wide receiver trips. Shit, hit me with a quick out. Shit, it's just like Madden. You see that quick out, you gonna jump that quick out.
You jump.
So you know it coming. And you know it coming.
I jumped it, nobody in front of me. I got too excited and I dropped that motherfucker.
It sounds good, man.
Yeah, and then I say, bro, probably one of my homies from South Carolina, the nigga Buster Davis. He from the A2, home like 6'4", 6'5", tight end. He was the hardest. I guard that nigga. We playing in South Carolina. I check him so good, coverage so good. Home just go up and catch the ball though and score a touchdown.
Hey, look, right. Hey, look, right. 11 players. Give me your starting defense.
Where?
Anywhere on your team, who you will play with. Like, put me a starting defense together with you in the lineup.
Man, what we talking about? College?
NFL. They go NFL.
Man, shit.
Old or new, it don't matter.
Man, shit. So, you know,
I want to know who you'll have at cornerback, who you'll have at middle linebacker, all that. Safety.
Man, shit, bro, I'm biased. I'm going Georgia for everywhere. I ain't gonna lie to you. My lineup gonna be everybody from Georgia. That's it. I'm gonna go Champ Bailey on one side. So you got Champ on one side. Shit. I'm gonna go. Shit. What's the boy name? Man, Kamari Lassiter on the other side. D Swan at the slot. Them my three cornerbacks.
Okay.
Linebacker. I'm gonna go me, Ogletree. Me, Ogletree, Roquan.
Okay.
Jarvis Jones.
Okay. Yeah. How many yards y'all gonna give up?
We ain't giving up shit.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's be realistic now. How many yards y'all might give up?
Who we going against?
Right.
I
don't think the boy can stop.
Put us in here. What year we in? What year this is?
Man, you just said I'm putting 11 together.
He just said 11.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The 11 I'm putting together from shit. When Champ Bailey done played 2004? 2004 to what they were 20 to now. Who he playing?
Right.
Hey man, we really appreciate you, bro. Hey, how did you prepare for life after football, and what advice would you give to current players about that transition?
Man, shit, I ain't prepared shit. Man, it hit you fast because you only know one thing. And so I just knew football and how to prepare for football. And so I took some of that stuff and used it in my day-to-day. But you had to, it's just like getting out of jail. I ain't never been to jail, but it's just like getting out of jail, bro. You gotta transition out of one thing and back to society. Yeah. And that's a whole shit. We talking about you with these group of people, different people, but they doing the same thing you doing. They're just like going juvenile, fed, state, all that. Yeah. Like if high school, middle school, you gotta know how to transition out. And so you ain't prepared to transition out. A lot of people ain't prepared to transition out. It's just how soon you transition out, and then how fast you able to readjust to the regular life. And so it took me some time, but I had time because I went back to school. And so being able to go back to school, it took the pressure off me being in the real world for, 1.5 years, 2 years, because I was down in Athens, where I had time to, all right, I'm gonna still be able to do this. And then I'm able to adjust to the real world. But I wasn't prepared at all, bro. I was depressed and didn't know I was depressed, bro. I had wrote a book about it. But you ain't gonna be any athlete, any successful athlete for sure. You ain't gonna be ready to just be pushed back into society, bro. You gotta work your way back into society. And then that's gonna come from, being around the people or being around good people to help you get readjusted. And shit, nobody ain't gonna know what you're going through for real. So you gotta be able to be true and honest to yourself and true and honest to people around you that shit, you ain't ready to adjust yet mentally because you're stuck in this athlete mind state. And shit, once you get out of that phase, and once you gotta let it go, and that's what a lot of people still to this day. They probably still think they can do that shit. They probably still think they can get out there and play. Shit, I know.
You done got to the point. You done got to the point where, like, you done with it. You done had your time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
made your peace with it.
Yeah, like, and that's good to hear, because I see a lot of players, they can't transition. They don't know how. You know,
they want to go work out.
I feel like Antonio Brown is like one of the greatest examples of that. Like, I feel like he can't let it go.
So look, I got one last question for you, right? So for any young athlete out there right now that's in a position to where he getting offers and stuff like that from colleges or potentially a pro team like that, what advice would you give to any young player that's about to make that transition into the college or the pros as far as how to handle their money?
Man, most of the time you're gonna fuck up the money anyway. So it ain't no guide how to handle the money. You just gotta know when to say no and know how to live in your means. And once you know how to say no and live in your means, then you'll be good, because shit, that bread gonna run out at some point.
Exactly.
It don't matter. It don't matter. But enjoy
so like
while you have.
You're gonna fuck up the money. So that ain't what we want to do. We don't want to fuck up the money. So what advice would you tell somebody to not fuck up the money? Like, other than just say no. Like what purchases would you make, and what purchases don't make sense? Like, you feel me? If I just got my offer, I just signed my deal or whatever, I got X amount of, you know what I'm saying? What's a smart purchase? What ain't a smart purchase?
Man, shit, I can't tell you that, because if you ain't never had nothing, you gonna wanna go and spend some of this stuff, and your hard work, shit, you should be able to go experience some of this stuff. Now, how much you do of it, that's gonna be the dumb part.
Okay, so give me an idea of, like, okay, I just got selected in the 6th round. I don't know how much, you know what I'm saying, a player would be offered selected in the 6th round, but whatever that budget is, like, where can I go buy and get, and what's too much for me to spend? Like, if I go buy this, that, like, I'm pretty much, I done fucked up. I done did too much.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't gonna buy no house.
You can't buy no house in the 6th round. You can't buy no house. That what you're telling me? If I go in the 6th round, I can't buy no house.
It ain't a smart decision.
It ain't a smart decision.
Right. Cause you don't know where you're gonna be, and you don't know how long that money gonna last. So I wouldn't say go buy a house.
Right.
Shit, you're gonna have to. It's gonna be essentials that you need. You gonna need, if you ain't got a car, so you gotta buy some type.
You gotta buy a car. You can pay cash for a car. Don't go get no house though.
Yeah, so it's a different type of cars. Whether you want to buy this, that's up to you. Shit,
you good for it.
Is you gonna be able to sustain it after you get done? It's a smart purchase. That's gonna be the thing. Jewelry, like, it's certain, a lot of these niggas wearing big jewelry. I ain't have all that when I was in the league. I got one chain.
Yeah. You pretty modest right now. You pretty modest right now.
Got that motherfucker.
Man,
you pretty modest right now. But this ain't gonna reach for that. You feel me? Like,
this came after though. I bought this after football.
After the money,
right. The chain, my chain that I got while playing, I don't even wear it like that. It big.
That motherfucker put up.
It's certain stuff that you gonna want and that you never had. And so, like, you don't need all the clothes, you don't need all the shoes.
You don't need all that.
Cause I did that. Clothes and shoes, you ain't gonna wear it out the while. So it's certain stuff that you need, and certain stuff that just may be over the board. You want to look fly, you want to be clean, you want to look like him, but don't go overboard with it. So I say going overboard and doing the extra stuff. Don't go balling in the club every week. Shit, it's certain stuff. It's certain stuff that.
Yeah, we only buying $400 shots one time. One
time.
Yeah. So it's
one
certain
time.
Stuff that you.
It was a special occasion. No more.
Yeah.
No more of that,
stuff.
No more.
No more of that.
It's certain stuff like that that you can't do, that you just can't do overboard. Like you gonna when I say you're gonna spend the money, you gonna spend it because it's a different life, different type of lifestyle, and you're able to experience different type of stuff. So why not do this? Just don't overdo it. Yeah, you got that's what life is about. If you make all that money and end up out of the league and you ain't experienced nothing, then what's the point? Like you got to be able to have some type of experience.
Best thing you can do with the money is travel. Sound like to me.
Yeah, you can travel. You travel, put it up. You know, make sure you take care of some of your people. You got to. You got to take care of everybody.
Yeah, I was about to say, talk about them investments. Talk about tell them boy, man.
Do you got any investment?
If they 6th round pick, what they need to invest in?
Yeah, I do. So I do what I sell too, cause I work in the insurance world too. Right. And so you start to learn the different type of stuff that they ain't gonna teach you when you put money up. Right. That can earn you money. And so that'll be like, yeah, and then you're gonna have your stocks and stuff too. But I like to have my stuff in insurance and then different type of annuities and stuff where I can't lose as much money. Well, you know, it got a cap on what they're gonna give me back. So you know you're gonna make some money off of it. You know you may lose a little bit, but insurance you ain't gonna lose nothing. You may not gain something. And so it's different type of stuff like that where you can put that money in and what I use.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I appreciate all the game you done gave us tonight. Man. A lot of games, man. A lot of stories, a lot of your time, man. I appreciate it. I got one more quiz question, then we gone, man. I know we done talked you out. We done asked you all kind of questions, and so we go. The last quiz question, man. It goes like this. I'm a defensive tactic, clever, shy, rush the quarterback, make him throw high. What am I? Am I blitz, tackle, sack, or interception?
A sack, ain't it?
Man, you better know it, man, for sure, man. For sure, man. Hey, man, I want to give you a shout out, man, for you coming on the Facetime podcast, man. Y'all shout out, man.
Really appreciate it, man.
We appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man.
Man, no problem, man. I told you, bro. Hey, man, shit, bro. You my boy from way back. I had to do it. You should have said it ain't nothing to ask and get on the phone with me. That's nothing. That's small time.
For sure,
hey, man. I got one more question, but I'm gonna ask it off camera when we go off air, man.
Yeah.
I got one more question.
We're gonna go and wrap it up, man. We gone, man.
Facetime podcast.